Hi everyone, I'm going to take you through Video Builder to show you hopefully from start to finish just how easy it is to use, and from everything from logging in, creating a player, adding videos to it, and then what you can do with the videos once they're in there. So this presentation is designed to be a complete overview of all the features and how you could use them. If you would prefer smaller snippets of information about a specific feature or an FAQ that you might have, then don't forget to look in the support player, because we've tried to isolate each feature in turn, so you've got a smaller, shorter video for that as well. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. The first thing to say is obviously Video Builder is a cloud-based system, so that everything is available online. So up at the top here you can see videobuilder.tv is how you access the site now and in the future. When you get here you can see a number of things. Firstly, if you just want to have a play and work it out for yourself and see how easy it is, then there's a live demo here that's very easy to access. That's used by a lot of different people, so if you would prefer to set up a free trial where it's only your videos and what you're doing to your player, then the free trial is a better option for you. But let's just go ahead and sign in. So let me sign in as our support and then click go. If you've got any problems about your username and password, you can just send us an email or call us, and we'll send it to you. So let's click go. After a while, here we go. Now we're now in the main menu area where you can see very clear navigation, everything from the home page to building a player, adding a video to your player, making a video, and all the extras and analytics. And I'll go through each one in turn. But really where it all starts is creating your player. And here we've made it as easy as possible to do just that. Now a Video Builder player is designed to be a real central hub. So a media space that's full of video and full of options to engage and keep your online visitors on your site and enjoying the content. Whether that video content be yours or third-party video that you've curated in, regardless of where that video has come from, everyone's accessing it under your brand on your website, and you're holding on to them for longer, and obviously building your traffic and all the advantages that come along with that. So as you start to go down through the list, the first thing that comes up is the type of player you like. Ignore standard and just always click on the advanced player. Number two is obviously the size of the player that's going to be added to your website. So often it's the width that's really something that you need to pay attention to. The height of it is often less important. So let's assume that you have 600 pixels available on your website to add a player to. So simply tick the radio button like I've done here. So we'll leave it on 600 pixels. The next up is the submit a video button. I'll talk some more about this later, but if you leave it on, then you have the ability for people to submit videos directly to your player into your Video Builder moderation area. So it's rather like a video press release where people can suggest videos, and you may use it for competitions or any of that sort of content marketing. So we'll leave it on for the purposes of this demonstration. The next on Builder Player is the number of rows of your player. Now to show you what this means is I'll scroll down so you can see the player. On Builder Player, in the bottom half of the page, you can always see any changes that you've made to the player in real time. So let me just scroll down here, and in the second half of the player, underneath your 8 channels to organize your content, you can see a number of rows of thumbnails. So we've got this set at 3 rows of thumbnails at the moment, and that's perfect if you've got a lot of videos in a specific channel. But if you've just started, it obviously makes more sense to just use 1 row of thumbnails until you've built up that content. But the player really is designed to act a bit like a menu when you go into a restaurant. So if you've got the content, let's show it off and show people how much good content that you've got. And that will hopefully get them on and keep them on your site for longer. So if we were starting out, we didn't have enough content to justify 3 rows, then we could just set it to 1. If you give the player a second, it will refresh. and load, and we'll scroll down to the bottom, and you can see that's better suited for, let's say, 20 videos in the channel. Okay, so that's the number of rows. The next thing, number 3, is all about the banners. Now, one of the quickest ways to offset any costs that you might have for Video Builder is to get a sponsor for it. Clearly, if you've got, let's say, 300 or 400 videos about your subject or your niche or whatever it might be, then for someone, one of your big advertisers or a sponsor or a client to actually become very at the heart of your video activity, then selling them a banner opportunity can offset that cost from day one. So to do that, very, very easy to add a sponsor banner into your player. So let's just turn on banners to start off with. Now, the only thing you have to think about with banners is obviously you have players at different sizes. So your player could be 300, 400, 600 or 800 wide. So if you want a banner from one of your sponsors to look great, then you just need to look at the dimensions that we have listed for you, just so that it looks as good as possible. So I'll just show you how easy it is. We're going to assume that it's a 728 by 90 for an 800 pixel player. So let's change that. And what we're going to do is browse to go find that. And I've used a dummy logo here. Here we are, sponsor banner. Click to open. Next is the URL link. Let's just send it back to our site. Video Builder. It's for an 800 pixel wide player because I've uploaded it at 728 by 90. And very simply, we then just click upload. So we click upload. The banner appears here in a little small thumbnail, and in the player there you can see the banner appear at the top of the player, and that's fully clickable. You can see the little hand there showing the links there. Okay, on the banners you can upload up to 8 banners and rotate them. So you may have more than one sponsor. If you're an exhibition or an event or whatever it might be, you can sell this sponsor opportunity to more than one client. And to do that, you would simply add more, repeat the same process, and then decide how many seconds you want for the banner to rotate. And that will refresh the player again. Okay, the next lot is number 4, which is select a color for your player. So you simply click and select from this little RGB template. So we could, in this case, just select a red. You can be very specific about your branding, your colors that you want to use, and then hit save. And that will change the color tabs above your channels. So it's a nod to your color scheme, your theme of your website, and some people find it very useful. Number 5 is a really important area. I spoke before about on each player there's up to 8 channels for you to organize your content. The reason we do 8 is so that all of them are visible at any one time. Of course, if you're going to sell advertising or charge people to be in a channel, if we had 9 channels, you would have to scroll to see the 9th channel, and obviously that's not ideal. So a lot of the features within Video Builder are designed to create a level playing field for all of your advertisers and all of your video. So we select 8 channels, and you can see them here on our list. So if we scroll back up to the top and hit add or edit, the first time you come to this area, obviously these will be blank and you can see the 8 here. It's very, very easy to use, and this you would just type in, let's say, channel 1, and over the other side you'll see the ordering of each channel. Now by default they're set to be latest. And all that means, obviously, is the latest video that you've just uploaded will show on the far left, number 1 in the channel itself. A really useful feature, especially if, let's say, can't get, you're worried about, a couple of weeks going past, you're super busy at that time of year, and the content may not be added, new content may not be added as quickly as you would like. So if you set channel 1 to be random, every time someone comes to your player, that specific channel will be scrambled. This feature is also really useful if you have charged people to be in a channel, because obviously there is an advantage being number 1 in a channel over number 28 in the channel. And if you have chosen to charge the same amount, obviously the randomize feature is incredibly useful for you, again, to create that level playing field. So once you've gone through and created your 8 channels, you'll see here on the left hand side some little arrows, so you can just drag and drop the channels into position. And get them exactly how you like. So really useful features here. They can be edited anytime you like. You can remove a channel if it's got out of date. And to save those, very simply, just click save. It will close. And you'll see down at the bottom when the player refreshes, channel 1 on the bottom. Okay, just wait for the player. Here it comes. So there's channel 1 in red and we're ready to go. So we're now getting to the end of building a player, incredibly simple. Let's just go down through the options that we can see. Our sponsor banner is there looking good. The player is fully searchable regardless of how many videos you've added in there. Here's the submit a video button. So if we click that, you can see how easy it is for people to add a video and suggest a video to you. Just bear in mind, no video goes public until you've approved it. So this goes straight into your moderation area. You will receive an email to let you know there's new content for you, and that can be added to your player after approval within just 3 clicks. So you've also got the social media elements here, bit.ly links to when people share a specific video within the player, they can forward that link and that will take them to that specific video in the player. Regardless if they've got hundreds or thousands of videos in your player, that bit.ly link takes you directly to the one of interest. So underneath here you've got the title and description of each video, and you can start to add some buttons, and I'll show you more about this, but under more information, each video can have email as we have here, but you can also have map and PDF brochure and also a web link. So a lot of our clients use this area to really turn what is essentially a video player into more like a video directory. So you can really start to enhance the information for viewers. So scrolling down, we can see that the 8 channels and the videos within it. Each one is scrollable horizontally. The player is also in HTML5 and Flash, so it will be visible on regardless of the device that you add this to. So in terms of adding this player to your website, you can just copy and paste this embed code into your page very, very quickly, very, very easily. It's as simple as adding a YouTube video to a web page. So copy and paste that in and you will immediately see the player visible. It's also served from us so that it doesn't have any technical implications for you. Very, very simple to do and doesn't impact the rest of your website. Now, for those of you who use Facebook, and obviously it's becoming and is incredibly important as a marketing device, Video Builder has a built-in app. And very simply, all you do is click that button. You will log into your Facebook page. And as soon as you've done that, it will add your player automatically to your applications on your Facebook account. So I won't do that now, but it's 2 clicks and incredibly simple. So whenever you update your player, obviously it will show up on your website and also your Facebook page. So that's as simple as how you add and create your player and add your banners and start to edit it. This page here is, you would obviously use a lot when you're setting it up, but actually add or edit a video is where most people spend most of their time within Video Builder. So let's assume that the player has been added to your website and now we want to go and fill it with content. So if we click on add or edit a video up at the top, now you can see how easy it is to do this. So the first thing here is you can pull video in from YouTube and Vimeo. So let's stick to Vimeo. You can, within Video Builder, search for third-party video that you may want to add to your player. Now that might be other people's video, it might be your own video that is currently in your YouTube channel. So that's one way of doing it, and I'll show you that in a minute. Or you can take the embed code directly from YouTube. Underneath each video in YouTube is a little button called share. And if you grab the embed code, when you click on share underneath a YouTube video, you simply paste it into this area here. So the next stage under here is you can see a list of all your channels. So these are your 8 channels that we created on the Builder player page, and these are the lists of all the videos that we have in our support player. So let me go back up here. So let's type in here something like bungee jumping. There should be some good videos on that, and click search. So what's happening now is that YouTube is Video Builder is searching YouTube for bungee jumping videos. You can see here, let's have a look at this one. This looks pretty good. And it's going to show you the video within Video Builder. Here it comes. So we can now watch that video, see that we like it, and from an editorial point of view or from your business point of view, you can check that obviously the video is of good quality, that the sound's good and it's relevant and up to date. So let's assume that's the best video that we've ever seen on bungee jumping and that we want to add it into our player. Underneath each video here you can see get embed code, or go back to go and find another one if you're not happy with it. So let's assume we're happy with this, we want to add it into our player, and we're going to click get embed code. As soon as you click get embed code, you'll see the iframe embed code is positioned directly in this box here. Now, very simply, let's add it to channel 1. So all we're going to do is take that video and click channel 1 once with the left-hand click of your mouse. It will tell you that the video has been added, and here is bungee jumping. So within 2 clicks, we've found new content, we've looked at it, we've checked that it's good, and we've dropped it into our player. And just to check, if you go back to Build a Player and then go look at channel 1 where we added it to, let's wait for the player to refresh. Here we are, channel 1, and there's the video ready to go in the player. So within 3 clicks, like I say, you've found a video, you've added it to your player, and your website visitors can start enjoying it at no cost to yourselves. So let's go back to add a video. So we've gone through the ability to search for it. Obviously we could copy and paste a video separately, and it works exactly the same way with Vimeo. So the bungee jumping in Aqualandia, let's assume that that title's quite long, so we don't really need to see that it's 60 meters high. One of the most useful features within Video Builder is the green pencil. So let's click on the green pencil so we can start to see some more information about it. So what here you're seeing is the title that's come through from YouTube in this case, and the description. Well, there's no description that's come through. So if we wanted to delete this section, we can override the YouTube title, and we could add a description. Great bungee jump. Now, earlier I spoke about the 4 buttons that appear underneath each video. They're optional, so you don't need to add them, but it's especially if it's an advertiser video or a sponsor or client video, then obviously it adds an awful lot of value to the users to back up the video itself with some additional information. So we could put in an email address here, videobuilder.tv. If I had a brochure or specifications, then I could upload it in PDF very, very simply. If I had a web link, oh, don't forget to add the HTTP. There we go. And a postcode or zip. So let's use our UK postcode, but again, very easy to add a zip in the same way. And then click Save. So the pop-up will close, and you can see the title now has been shortened, and all of that information has been saved. The next one along is a little calendar icon that you can see here. Now, if you are planning to add hundreds of videos, which is where Video Builder really excels, then obviously the last thing you want to do is have to constantly check your player to see if any videos have become out of date or irrelevant. So a nice top tip is it's best to set an expiry date if you can at the time that you upload a video. So in this case, you can click the calendar icon. You'll see a little pop-up of the calendar. And let's say my readers or my website visitors are only interested in bungee jumping until the end of August. We can fast forward, set it on the 31st of August, that will save, and that video will automatically be removed from your player on the 31st of August. Now, one of the big uses of that is obviously if you have a business where advertising is used, then most of our clients will sell a package that may be 6 months in the player or 12 months in the player. And the last thing you want to do is have to remember when that expiry date comes up, or to give people a free month when it's chargeable. So that calendar is an incredibly useful way of keeping your player up to date and to commercialize it, to monetize it. Next one along, some people use QR codes here. So each video has its own unique high-res QR code. It's in 300 dpi, so it could be added straight to a print product to link a specific video within your player to your print titles. So the QR code's useful for some people. Next along is the mini embed code. So up till now, we've been talking about using Video Builder as a video hub to hold all of your video content in one place. But obviously there are some circumstances where you want to take a specific video out and add it to your homepage as the featured video of the week or something like that, or add it into a directory. So here you can select a size. Down here you've got some preset sizes of small, medium and large, or you can select a very specific width of your video player. Let's say space was at a premium on your homepage, for example. So very useful, and in the same way as the main player, all you have to do is copy that iframe embed code and paste it onto your site. So that's the single embed, and we will close that down. Next one obviously is the delete a button manually from your player. So the other thing on here is if channel 1 had been set to be latest instead of randomize, then obviously you could move one of your videos to appear at the top of a channel, and that's very easy just by dragging and dropping it into the order. Clearly, if you've marked the channel to be randomized, then this is a slightly pointless exercise, but latest videos, you can be very specific about how each video appears in the channel. So up to now we've been talking about adding YouTube and Vimeo videos. Obviously there are some circumstances where you've created a video yourself. You perhaps might not want to add it to YouTube because it has specific commercial elements to it, and every Video Builder account has a built-in Amazon hosting and streaming element to it. So here at the bottom of the page you can upload your own video to the player. And scroll down, and this is as simply as, in the same way, add the title, add the description, upload it directly, and you can upload in up to 52 different file formats. So we transcode it into a format that will work perfectly within your player, and that's a really useful feature because anyone who's taken loads of different file formats in from readers or contributors knows how time consuming that can be. So simply upload, and once you've uploaded a file, you just select the channel that you want to drop it into, and the same process will happen as if it was a YouTube video. So that's really useful if you want to lock that down and make a video only available within your player. And a lot of people mix and match here. So you may have 10 videos that are hosted by Amazon that are only available through the player, and then surround that with loads of other videos that you've pulled in that are complementary from third parties on YouTube and Vimeo. So the last thing I'll show you on this page is video alerts. What we've done up to now is manually looked for a video that would be a welcome addition into your player. But of course, we're all really busy, and sometimes you need a prompt, and this is where the video alerts come in. So if you click here, you'll see video leads and alerts. Now, what you can do is set up a search query. So instead of us having to look for bungee jumping videos, we could put a search query in here, bungee jumping USA, let's say. The more specific you can make it, the less or the more accurate the search results will be, clearly. Frequency, you've got two options here. You can either be sent an email once a day or once a week. So most people use once a week. That tends to be enough. And then all you need to do here is add your email address and then create alert. After a little while, that will save it, and you can then you'll start to receive emails all about bungee jumping USA. And what it's doing is actually searching YouTube for the latest videos. So at the end of the week, any videos that have been uploaded tagged bungee jumping USA will be emailed to you. You can watch those videos, and if you think it would be a valuable addition to your player, then you can you can add it in very, very quickly and go from there. So the last thing I'll say about the video alert is obviously the lead element. At the moment, you know, we've gone through an editorial example really where you're just finding good content and pulling it into your site. A lot of people who, you know, publishers, for example, where you're trying to attract advertisers, use this in a very sophisticated way. So if you created a video lead for all of your biggest advertisers, for example, one of your sales manager would receive an email alert every time one of your biggest advertisers creates a new video. And then obviously you can phone them up and tell them how wonderful their new video is, and then copy and paste it into your player for a fee that you've arranged with that advertiser. So video leads and alerts, you can set up as many of these as you like. And it's incredibly useful either to remind you of new content that's out there or as a sales aid for your sales team. So that's add a video. Let's go back there. So all of your videos start appearing. You can now reorder them and you're good to go. The player's filling up and looking great. Make a Video is a feature where it's a very, very simple editor. So it's better to have a go and play around with yourself, but I'll show you the basics of it, where you can pull in photos and videos and music and mash together a very simple video that can be added to your player. A lot of people use Make a Video to clip the end off an existing video that's been sent to you. So for example, if you had set up a competition and people had sent you in lots of video, user-generated video, and you really liked that video, the first 2 minutes were absolutely great, but right at the end they dropped the microphone or they swore or something like that you just didn't want on there. Very, very easily you can clip the end off that video and add it in to your player. So it looks a little bit scary, but actually it's very similar to Movie Maker or iVideo. So the easiest way of doing it is up here you've got all of your media that you've added. We've got some in here as just an example. But if you wanted to add photos or music or whatever else, here's how you do it very, very easily. You can add files directly from your computer, you can use webcam, you can pull them videos in directly from YouTube, and there's all the photo ones. Jamendo is royalty-free music, so very easily and free of charge you can add pretty good music to your videos, and then of course microphone and flicker. So we don't need any of those because we've already got loaded up, and as soon as you do you will see your library of videos and photos here. And very, very easily all you need to do is, and this is just like iVideo or Movie Maker, whatever you use, but you can drag and drop an image in, keep dragging and dropping in here. In between you can pull in little transitions, add text very simply and filters, and it's incredibly easy. And if you really want to you know, not spend too much time, there's an auto mix feature there, but then here, once you're happy, click publish. You can click on YouTube and send it directly to your YouTube channel and then obviously into your Video Builder account. So it's worth playing around with and just getting used to it. Some people find it incredibly useful, but it's designed to do simple things. You know, you're not going to build a BAFTA award-winning video here. It's designed to clip and edit and do things very, very quickly. So it's there for you to play with. So there's make a video. Next thing along is the extras, and first of the extras is moderation. So we spoke about earlier the builder player element, and I'll just show you that again. Here, turn submit a video button. We've marked it on. You can obviously turn it off, but a lot of people want to encourage people to send them video, to get involved in your brand and send you video that would be popular in your player. So in moderation, if someone has uploaded a video to you, you can see a list of all the videos that have been submitted here. So you can see the date, the video title. We haven't added it to a channel yet, it's unreviewed. So here we can go look at the details. So if you click details, it will pop up and let the internet catch up. You'll see a video appear in a minute. You can see the date it was submitted on, who it was submitted by. They have to give you their telephone number and their email address so that you're ready to go. And once you've watched that video, the internet's gone slow. Let's have a look. Very slow. Okay, so once you've opened it up, you can click on play, watch that video. So when you click on details, you can see very quickly all of the details about the submitter. So they have to give you their details, the title, the description, and through it comes. So you can watch the video to check that it's sensible and of sufficient quality to add it into your player. And down here you'll see it's currently marked as unreviewed. So if we love the video, we'll mark it approved. Okay. Mark it approved, and then down here you've obviously got your list of 8 channels. So let's add it into channel 1, and all you do is click channel 1. You'll see the it'll pause for a bit, and that's done. So you can just literally then close the pop-up, and that video there is now visible in your player. So moderation is an incredibly quick way of ingesting content from your readers, your viewers, your customers, and not have to download, re-upload, and change the file formats and everything else. The Video Builder does it all for you very quickly and very easily. So there's extras. The next one down is about limiting access. Earlier in Add a Video, I showed you how to add a video to Amazon, so your own private hosting and streaming. You can then limit access to that video. So some people want to limit access to a specific video or a specific one of those 8 channels, or indeed the whole player itself. The only thing you have to remember here is obviously if you're using YouTube to stream videos, you can't interrupt YouTube by their terms and conditions. So if you want to limit access, charge people or use voucher codes to access specific videos within your player, then it has to be uploaded to Amazon Web Services. So I'll just show you how you would limit access to a specific video, but it's exactly the same whether you want to add it to a single channel or the whole player. So here we would start with the new video, add the title and description, and upload that. So let's assume we've done that and it's uploaded. The next one is you're able to select how much of the video you're going to let them see before the paywall pops up. So that's you can move the toggle very easily by just clicking and holding your mouse. Let's give them 20 seconds before it pops up. There are a number of options. There's 5 options here to enable them to access it. And let's say we're going to give them 1 year access, and we're going to charge them $100, sorry, to access that video. Very, very easy to do. But down on number 3, this is what most people use the paywall for. Because you can very easily set up a voucher code, albeit that video is going to cost them $100 to access it for a year. But let's say for your subscribers or your premium customers, whatever it might be, you could very easily set up a voucher code 12345 and mark that 100%. And once you've done that, you could add more for people that you like slightly less. Whatever it might be, you can create up to 8 codes for each video. The currency there, you can see euros and dollars and British pounds. Once you've selected the video, the preview, how much you're going to charge, if anything, and your voucher code, in the same way as add a video, you then simply just click on the channel and that will add that video in there, albeit with a paywall attached to it. Once you've done it, if you want to add another, there's a big button here, and obviously once you've completed that, just click finish. Okay. So, more extras. There is an element where it's available for video production. So if you don't have the ability to make videos yourselves, or you would like us to take care of it, we have behind the scenes of videobuilder a separate sister organisation called Video Direct that we set up about 6 years ago. And Video Direct is a nationwide network of filmmakers that can very quickly and for a fixed rate create you either a photo video or a location-based video where we can turn up to your advertisers and film them and handle all the admin and support element. So if you'd like to find out more about Video Direct, I would suggest sending us an email or giving us a call, and we can work with you to create a package for you that you can add a retail margin of your choice to and either sell it to third parties or use it yourself for your own purposes. So some people find that a very useful addition to the general video builder service. The next one along is obviously analytics. Obviously, once you've added your videos into your player, super important to know how they're being used and the popularity of it. Now, clearly, in a lot of circumstances, you're pulling in video from third parties. So this might be from YouTube or Vimeo or Amazon as well. What our analytics do is separate what happens to that video generally on YouTube and actually tells you what's specifically happening in your player. So when we go into it, you just simply click analytics. You're presented with a map. Just click on the map anywhere. It doesn't matter at all. And you'll be redirected into our analytics area. So once you're here, you can see click here to access reports. Click that once. Your data will be loaded. And you can then begin to bore down into exactly who's watching your video, total viewers, percentage completion rates, and as you know, some serious data behind exactly how your player is performing. Obviously, this is our demo account, so you can't really see many views or engagements. But just by scrolling down, you can see views by time period. You can see percentage completion and unique visitors. This map is, or this graph is really useful because it shows you how long people are watching your video for. And this is quite a typical graph, actually. If people aren't, or let's say you've created a video and you haven't quite got to the point quick enough, often you'll see an incredibly steep curve here before it plateaus out and people sit through it and they're watching the video. So if you're creating your own videos, this kind of data is just incredibly valuable. So again, there's titles and graphs and all the tables. One of the a really useful feature here is up at the top you can see a CSV export. So if you click on that, you can save all of this data, and perhaps you might want to either send it to your boss or your client or a third party. Other options here, you can see the viewing spectrum, the video geolocation. This is a nice feature. Clearly you can see exactly where and how people are accessing your videos, right down, if you keep clicking, down to the town and city where they're based or their IP is based. So you can see Chicago is particularly likes this specific video we have, and you can see all the views and the time periods for that specific location. So lots of data available to the videos in your player, and again, probably best to dive in and have a look at all the options there so you can understand where we're coming on that front. Finally, you'll be pleased to hear settings. Here you can change your username, you can set up your PayPal information. I should have said this before, but in your in the paywall where you're limiting access to a specific video, if you did want to charge them that $100 to access that video, then Video Builder is linked up to PayPal. So as long as you've got a PayPal business account and you can get the API information and the signature code, all you need to do is copy and paste it into this area, and then any money that's paid from the paywall will drop directly into your account. So that makes life a little bit easier for you. And you can also, in account settings, direct it to your YouTube and Vimeo account. So this just links up the searching for new videos within Video Builder to enable you to also keep searching your own channel, because that's often where the videos that you're going to pull into your Video Builder account are located. So settings, pretty easy to do, and makes life pretty simple. If you do get stuck on any aspect of this, then the support page is obviously really useful. There is live chat, there's email, you can call us whenever you like, but if you've got a specific question, then our support area is a great place. So you can see this is where we make announcements, and you can create a ticket, and that comes straight through to our support team. So I hope that helps. It's a fairly long but comprehensive overview of Video Builder, and do have a look at some of the other videos where we break it down into areas like how to make money from Video Builder, where we really zoom in on specific features or specific applications. So thanks for viewing, and if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Thanks a lot.